being in the finals for the first time and fighting for best college in North America in League of Legends. Columbia College started their program fairly recently in terms of scholarships, but also I look at this team that was built by taking multiple members from the previous RMU lineup, taking Evan RL, Bucksack, role swapping them, the coach as well, and getting Florida State University's star mid laner Julian. They're just building basically a super team. And to cap it all off, these guys are juniors and sophomores across the board. So if Columbia College make the finals and take it, they may have the exact same lineup next year as well.
Absolutely ridiculous. Kind of like from nothing to everything. A great story to be able to tell your kids, right?
Yeah, but then you also look at the other side too. Korean Danny, Noob, Minsu, all seniors. Zeno is the freshman of the squad. And so 3 of these guys will be moving on after this year. So this may be their last game in the collegiate circuit.
One of those things you get, though, with varsity players moving out, if you would call them that as seniors, is that you lose that leadership. But the guy in the mid lane, the freshman, is the challenger player who's going to be growing with the team. So could be very big things here if it doesn't already happen for them in this semifinal matchup. Minsu to pick, possibly his champion, as we do see the jungle on the map already. And they can do away with showing too much of their hand here in phase 1. Braum picked up for Dean, as well as Stumpy grabbing, as we said, that Trundle. Ornn does get locked in. They say, yeah, the Braum, but so what? Yeah. How well can you block my Forge God? As you said, Korean Danny got the Ezreal. Interesting pickup here to take it away from Evan.
Yeah, they picked the Ezreal instead of the Rakan first pick this time. And that was the Trundle Ezreal last time for Columbia, but they take the Braum now, saying because Yasuo was banned, we know you favor the Ornn, so we're going to pick this very early on so we don't have to worry about it getting banned in the second phase. I like that, but now, is it a Fiora into the Ornn? Do they pick that here and make sure they have that counter matchup? Potentially. Or you say, we need to pick our ADC here, get the Caitlyn, lock it down, and make sure that no more are banned. But, oh!
There's the GP.
The GP! So, when I looked at Stumpy's champion pool earlier, it was mostly Gnar as his most played with, I believe, 8 games coming into it. And then, when I went over to his next most played, it was the Gangplank with 6. So, he's very well-versed in the champions that are all about controlling the top lane. Yeah, here it is. It's Gnar 7 games, GP 6, and then his next was Camille with 2. So it was a big drop-off. Very familiar with this champion. And this means even if you focus the top lane, he can still help out the bottom side of the map, which means they may be focusing Evan RL and Dean's lane. And you were just talking about it, Riv. Maybe they swap up the strategy and say, it's no use focusing Stumpy. Illinois, they need to focus Korean Danny's lane and get him ahead of Evan RL, but the GP will put a bit of a damper on that, and something you always have to have in the back of your mind.
Caitlyn taken away from Evan RL. We've seen Twitch hovered a few times throughout the day. Tristana played throughout the week. What will it be here for this pickup on the side of Columbia? 2 final picks for them. One of them possibly a Kog'Maw without too much protection. He is going to get locked in there for Evan RL.
Yeah, Kog'Maw is still fine with a Braum. It becomes a lane where if you land the Braum Q or the passive, you can just stack that up. And so I like it. I think it's okay. It means that Evan RL is a late game source of artillery damage. And he was already doing that on things like the Ezreal.
Oh. I'm sorry. I oohed because they can still take Julian's Orianna and get another shield in there for it, which was banned out the past few games. Azir gets locked in. Don't worry, not too bad against Azir. You could get yourself mixed up with a bad shockwave if he shuffles out of the way, but we will see what they decide to lock in here. 19 seconds for Columbia College. The Karthus being hovered.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, it might,
the Sion, yeah.
It'll be Sion with Banner of Command, and it's one of the things I talked about before. When you Banner of Command a minion against Azir, he actually does 0 damage to it with his soldiers, so he has to like wait for his soldiers to dissipate and then just auto-attack it. And if you're auto-attacking it with your actual, just your little wand, staff, you're not doing AoE damage and clearing the minion wave, so it actually does a decent amount of damage, and then the caster minions of the wave do a lot of damage. So you have to kind of like manage it appropriately, and the Banner of Command is quite good into the Azir. And just the Roar of the Slayer, plus Comet, does a lot of damage during the lane phase.
It should. Just level E and kick minions into somebody. It's so annoying.
But it does.
Yeah, it does. The Skarner getting knocked out, though, interesting as well. Minsu in his first game here for University of Illinois, subbed back in as coming in as a potential starter, we thought. Rosters weren't really locked, but it was Minsu on that list. We see Project One play the first few games, doing well. Minsu had the time to watch, figure out what the plan of Columbia College was, and now he's in on the Zach. We'll see if he can get the engages going. There he is on your screen. Second from the top on the left side. Minsu ready to get that debut in here. Hashtag UI win, hashtag CC win as Illinois looks to keep themselves alive in the semifinals of the 2018 College Championship.
And Columbia College are looking to clean 3-0 sweep this
they are.
and make the finals for the first time.
Gotta feel pretty good as that 5th seed. Pretty sure coming in for themselves, they kind of felt like they would be playing against University and then maybe a UC Irvine down the line. But here, finding themselves against the University of Illinois, who had a great game against Maryville and are looking to find that once again here in a very much needed Game 3.
Well, it's a little bittersweet for Columbia College because they had a regular season that was undefeated. They could have come through
This is a good point.
as the #1 seed, but they lost to Maryville 3-0 in the finals, and I know they were looking forward to getting revenge on them in the bracket stage.
Watching them lose is okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but now they basically get to thank Illinois and then say, we'll move on to the finals if they just take this game.
Well, don't you get like the linear victory
Yeah,
out of this?
Yeah. So the transitive property of crushing kids.
There you go.
You beat the team that beat the other team. You're obviously better than the team they beat. Yeah.
There you go. So they still get
That's not how it actually works, though.
it's a lengthy revenge.
Only Shurima. All else is but a mirage.
Minions have spawned.
Julian's having none of it. He's like, stop your emotes.
And Julian,
Let us
serious,
fight.
serious business.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, actually, these guys are having a lot of fun. When I was passing them between games, it's just both teams were actually talking to each other and having a good time. I think it was Stumpy and Topopotamus talking about their Cho'Gath versus Maokai game, where it was like, I was sitting there going, why can't I kill you? Just back and forth. Tank matchups bring people together. You spend a lot of time together. And not this game, it's the GP with the Klepto, who leashes on the top side of the jungle. So this will actually put Bucksack on the bottom side come level 3. It also means that the bottom lane of the Kog'Maw and Braum get to push a little earlier.
Ooh. Getting up in his face so he can't get any minions. Wow, Julian taking a bit of damage. He'll be all right.
Ooh, and
Gets
Zeno
hit up
dodged
his
that.
minion, yeah.
Yeah, every dodge on the Roar of the Slayer is a win for the Azir in this lane. Every time you can dodge it, it feels really good.
Holy macaroons, that stings. Getting the potions up, he'll be good. Just down to the Doran's ring though as he goes through all of them.
Wow.
Bucksack in his back pocket trading, going down towards the bot side of the jungle. One hit, got it. So pretty good farming still from Julian.
Yeah, but like, Zeno,
It's not fun farming.
yeah. It's like Zeno literally got hit by one Roar of the Slayer, and that looked like it was like 150 HP off. He hits him with another one here, plus the Comet. It's like, you can't be eating those in the lane phase. It's so hard to dodge, though. He's going to dodge on that one. So, like I said, every little one is a victory there. These here.
Dean getting mean. Throwing out the Christmas presents. I don't know if any of that sentence made sense. Those are nice. But he's still doing it. You are seeing it right there.
Obviously, Cole.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. There you go. It's Cole. Be bad in the present. Teleports for our AD carries as well in this game. We'll be seeing that more and more here through the Collegiate Championship.
Man, sometimes you miss that cannon minion, and it feels really bad for Korean Danny, because cannon minions have a lot of gold on them, and they actually mean a decent amount. That could be a difference in terms of item spike. But he is Ezreal, so the Klepto will make it up, and then he'll be able to potentially be just kind of even. But Bucksack going onto the bottom side of the map knows that you don't really clear the Krugs. So he'll take that away. TP just used from Julian. Ooh, no wards here, so this is actually a potential gank from the Zac.
Doesn't have a... Oh, tries to get in range. Not close enough.
Can't get the auto on.
Yeah.
But they still get the flash out of Julian, means repeat ganks are very possible. Also, remember, Trundle was doing the Krugs here. Zac. Oh,
Good vision coming around. You see he placed that just a little bit ago. Bloop.
and it's
Womp
gone.
womp.
Yep.
So he heads out. And great pressure there. I like that little hookup by Dean, making sure his exit is safe in that Minsu wasn't in the brush waiting to happen. So Bucksack able to actually kind of get under the skin of Minsu here, seeing him engage mid, knows he has time on the bot side. 28 to 24. Not too much of a discrepancy between the junglers just yet.
Yeah, just that one Krug camp, that's it. Everybody pretty much mirrored everything else.
Oh. Just being
Wow.
nicely done.
That's huge, though, because he doesn't have teleport, and now Julian, the Scion Wave Clear is crazy. All 3 of his abilities, actually all 4 of his abilities,
Yep,
are
already
area of
shielding.
effect. So he's going to shove through,
Boom.
pop the shield, and he's just going to clear the wave. And now, I don't think he did it fast enough. Yeah, he didn't do it
no!
He didn't do it
You
fast
could
enough.
see him walking back.
Yeah, he didn't
He's
do it
like,
fast
"Ah,
enough."
damn it. That's the worst feeling. You're like, come on, just reach it. Or like one reaches it, and you're like, that still doesn't count, minion. Come on.
That's not it. So,
He'll get it there.
there he goes.
A few will die now, but it will be semi-cleaned up if Zeno can shift in. Looks like he has enough, and he'll start cleaning them up now. So back for Julian. We'll keep an eye on his inventory. Attack speed, as we expect for Zeno. Keep himself topped up and hitting that damage to Julian and his CS up.
Julian, looks like early Catalyst. You can go Abyssal Mask or Catalyst and then sustain with that, and then go ahead and go for the Banner Command immediately afterward. This composition does have a lot of mixed damage on it. It has the Gangplank for the physical damage and has the Kog'Maw for the magic damage, so your damage palette is complete, as well as the resistance shredding that you'll get from the Trundle from Bucksack. And then Julian is kind of that big tank.
Oopsies.
Okay.
Bad too.
Those always kind of suck. That's
Oh man, now he can just walk through it.
Yeah, every time he hits you with the E. Every time.
Oh man, he's missing a good amount of minions, but it's alright. He wants to keep it pushed. He wants to be able to affect the rest of the map at some point soon. Tormented Soil and some Dark Bindings coming out as finally get a little bit of lane pressure going back and forth. Nobody has really enough to close down on the kill just yet. I'm sure Evan RL and Dean could get that with passive.
Man, there's so many teleports on 80
Yeah.
carries now. Or I guess the bot laners. The marksman taking TP is crazy to me because this isn't even the patch where they have like lower base stats or fleet footwork is nerfed. It's just the teleports get back in the lane because you know they're going to take teleport.
I like
that's,
it.
That's just how teleport works.
Needs more fighting.
If they have TP and you don't, you feel really bad. That's how it made its way into top lane. That's how it's made made its way into the mid lane. Because I remember people were like, "Oh, Ignite mid laners are better." It's like, well, TP is actually very, very effective in terms of map pressure because it's a team game. And now we saw Ezreal's taking the TP. People were hesitant to give up the heal, but now it's just kind of crept in. And everybody's just taking teleport now on the marksman in the bottom lane. TP is now just taken almost as if it were a flash by laners. It's just like almost a requirement sometimes.
Let's do it. Let's just make them boots. Make it something. Make it an item. But I guess then everybody would buy that item.
Yeah.
You just make it like a very small range. You have to
Potentially
be,
like
be
a
in range. My
scroll or
boots
no?
can carry me there.
I'm just-
Yes, bring scrolls in.
No.
They've been phased out of games.
No. I personally just have an issue with teleport where I just think it's too strong.
I know. That's
think-
why I'm prompting it into items that would always
Ah.
be in the games on right now.
No, I'm just saying it's too strong as a whole.
Clearing out waves. Top lane we haven't seen too much of. 58 to 52. This usually got a lot of attention throughout these games for whether it was the regular quarterfinals and now semifinal matchup. But here in game 3, all quiet on the top front. Looks like Bucksack is actually going to head away from that. They say, we don't really want to aggress top lane if I show something else might happen on the map. We also don't know where Zeno is right now, if he's fully backed or is getting ready to engage. Looks like they are ready to back here, though, with a true shot barrage on the minion wave. See what Korean, Danny, and Noob have in mind.
And it doesn't look like much of anything. He maybe has enough gold to actually
Right.
get the Manamune. Because your first back should be your tier. Your second back should be your Manamune completion. As the Ezreal. We'll see what he gets.
Taking a bit, but deciding.
Yeah, he's probably waiting on just a little bit more gold.
He's chatting with the shopkeeper. It happened.
Yeah. I think
Can I just have my item, please?
he actually just sold.
Oh, he did. He sold the potion. He's like, just a little bit closer.
Yeah, he sold the potion. He's sitting there. There we go.
There it is.
Yep.
So yeah, pickaxe and then 5 more tick in. Good to go. So Danny making his way to lane, but this does open up the map a little bit, right? You have an extended base. That's not something you usually plan for. Every moment off the map is more ground for the enemy team. Blue. Oop. Good block. They saw.
Good take there on the Ocean Drake. One of the best ones to have early because it helps you sustain in the lane. and it keeps your laning afloat. And Riv, we saw Korean Danny miss that cannon minion. That would have gotten him out on the map faster. I'm just saying. We can, actually connect a cannon minion that was missed to staying in the base for longer and having to sell a potion.
Today was the day. Remember that. What's the day?
I don't know anymore, man, dude. It's Saturday.
Oh, man.
Actually, it's the 9th, right?
Right? With the question mark.
It's my dad's birthday tomorrow. I should remember that.
There you go. We always got to base it off an event. Coming up on 10 minutes in, what is the next event here? We do see Shelly's about to spawn, and maybe a little love finally for this top lane call. The Forge got flashed out. Also has the orange to make it safe. Throws down cannon barrage. Calls for the damage, and it looks like he's trying to stay alive for the aggression from Julian, who is going to say, I'm just going to farm these few minions, buddy. He could have saved him. Could have got the kill. They are going to save him. Stumpy's still alive, and orange is going to be coming up soon as well. Oh, the dump in. It's going to be the kill coming in from Minsu, who also has his passive up even if he went down in the fight. And I think Julian might have wanted to get into that aggression a little bit quicker. What a bit of chaos here coming out. Shuffled back with the Emperor's Divide. Bucksack not liking his positioning anymore as they're about 50% health on the side of Columbia College. As Zeno and Julian have just switched up to the top lane. Does Julian keep going? Does he feel like Minsu has left? Oh, he's gonna get stopped! What a hit by Julian, but it's not gonna be enough. Maybe in his death to be able to take it down. Stumpy, a new challenger approaches on both sides. The quarters are flowing, baby, and it's gonna be the bot lane now going in for the fight. Dean gets locked up, knocked back, and they'll disengage this fight. And I think they're just gonna go for Shelly now, as nobody really has any more abilities to use.
And the original people who are in the top lane are the ones who get left in there, TPing back in. And now the Rift Herald started up by Bucksack. Oh man, that was back and forth. That was crazy. There's small things made the difference. Stumpy staying alive for so long, but look at this top hippopotamus. He's alone. He's gonna try to contest this. Wait, the eye's gonna open up. Wait. Boom! Oh!
Wait. You can't really tell until somebody grabs it because it can sit there.
Bucksack got it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. In the inventory. Wait.
Nope. Too far.
All right.
Not the level 9 slingshot.
All right. So 5-minute replay, go.
So Stumpy plays this incredibly well, but I actually think that it's just very, very close. So he gets knocked up. But watch the brittle passive. The slow on top of Hippopotamus. Then right there, it looked like the brittle passive didn't actually go off, or he didn't get it in time.
Nope. Made everything okay.
Yeah, he gulped at the end there.
Oh,
the
you're
brittle
right.
passive from the Orange didn't actually do anything
Just
to
ticked off.
Stumpy. I think it ticked off right then, which would have been the difference, which would have meant he either had to use the Orange earlier, or Stumpy wouldn't have stayed alive as long. And then Bucksack came in. I thought right here Bucksack was gonna like turn and like chomp him one more time, give him one for the road.
The alley-oop chomp?
Yeah. I thought Zeno was helping him, but the knockback in, then they kind of hang around for a while.
Oh, you have teleport? Okay.
Julian walks
Go back
up.
in. Oh, that hit was so good.
Yeah, but the heal is huge there, and Julian has to try to run away. As Bucksack thought it was all over.
He's like, get my bus pass back out. I'm coming back.
Oh wait, right here. More fights in the bottom side.
Absolutely. Oh, Bucksack's like, hey, get back here. Nice black shield allows Minsu to get in, but can he get out? The slingshot leaves him up the lane without a paddle. As he gets out of the river, that's where you're usually stuck. This time he gets himself into danger with Columbia College. Julian's gonna stop Zeno, says, hey buddy, where you going? Stops him halfway through. Things might be falling apart a little bit for Illinois here as this chaos we see in the mid game usually favors Columbia College.
Yeah, but I like where Columbia College went with that. They went to the bottom side of the map because Stumpy has ultimate and there's no TP for top hippopotamus, so your GP gets to help the fight. Ornn can't do anything to help that fight.
Yeah, good
and
move,
so
man.
it's a good macro move from them to know exactly the side of the map that they should focus, opposite the GP that just had the TP blown from both those top laners.
Quick clear in mid. Shelly giving him heli. They drop down the mid lane turret in a few seconds. Just not even that much of a Goldie. The turret obviously going to spread out some global gold and give them a bit. It's what they could use. Now coming back here as the core items become finished. Stumpy close to having his actually quite finished as he's had a 0, 1, and 2 lane. A lot of action up there, and that seems to be the story for Columbia College. One lane gets accelerated because the party is brought there. First game it was Julian's. This third game now it's Stumpy's in the top side.
Yeah, and it was Stumpy's in game 2 as well, but it was funny because Julian actually got a lot of the kills in
That's
the,
true.
in the game too. even though the top lane was the one that was focused, so he ended up absorbing the pressure. But like you said, items now getting completed. The Trinity Force in the top lane for Stumpy.
And a
the Banner of Command for Julian in that mid lane, even though they got that mid turret down. So he gets to go affect side lanes, be a nuisance, show up with a Banner of Command to help siege, and then go back to his lane. So he gets to keep the Azir a bit pinned down here. And so far, Minsu has performed well on this Zac. His ganks have been good, but it's just the difference, like I said, in champions, like needs to kind of be not just the champions of the play, it's the shot calling of the team, because Columbia College, they focus a lot on macro, trying to play the game almost from like a flowchart perspective of, hey, what side can we infect? Is the answer yes or no? And then a lot of contingencies here. They seem to have the right answer for most of the situations in the game. Or they at least put you in a very tough situation to answer.
Right. Any way they can find kind of an upper hand, they play that role. It doesn't seem like they have to do too much to do it. It's just the way their communication works. That's what makes it so hard to play against them. They all flow together here, flowing back. A few members, Illinois gets an initiation that they would love to keep going. Julian goes down. Bucksack looking to get into the fight and help his teammates get back out. Korean Danny hitting in from the side here. Can he start to finish off any, though? And no, he cannot. Stumpy gets himself into the fight beautifully with that ultimate and adds a bit to boot.
Yeah, he ultied, but he also walked all the way down, knowing that his team wanted to
I looked
fight.
at Teleport, I was like, wait, he's still there, though.
Yeah, Teleport only had a few more seconds left on it, so Topopotamus had the wave shoved into him, and then he couldn't actually answer in this fight because the rotation, so great from Columbia College.
Seeing Xeno's ultimate there, I thought that could have been the turnaround.
Yeah,
But it kind of seems like it was all loaded in the front end and then no follow-up.
So he pushes them in. He actually gets black shielded a little late here. So Julian point blank ultis him. He's actually hit afterwards. He flashes, but he's already taken a lot of the damage. And now the GP ultimate is allowing Julian to just kind of punch Noob a whole bunch. And Stumpy makes it in time. He gets one kill with the Glock, one kill with the Cannon Barrage. And there's the turret going down with the help of the Banner.
Minsu as well, unfortunately, ultimate not connecting with anybody in that fight. For Zac, for that moment, you're not offering any crowd control. You're kind of like, I just want to get out of this. I don't want to bounce. Let's not party. Oh, wow. I did not expect Bucksack to be coming out of the fog of war there. Catches University of Illinois off guard as well. They take position in mid lane, though. This is a great spot for Xeno to be. He can keep the soldiers up. He can keep them fighting. They don't have to worry about too much vision, but can they take the fights that Columbia College is ready to initiate?
Columbia College are going to wave clear, and down bottom, they're going to get Evan RL some solo experience, some solo gold, and they're going to get the TP out of Korean Danny.
A little bit of armor for Topopotamus as you see him building out on the map with the Braum passive. Just looking around at what could be next. That Zeal is finished up for Evan RL as he gets a little bit more money under his belt, watching him farm up. Waiting for Korean Danny's finish. Remember, Muramana finished up for Evan RL and his Ezreal at 16 minutes in the previous game.
This one's close. This one's actually literally like 1 or 2 attacks away.
So
there it
it's
is.
not too far off.
There it is.
Okay. Good time to bring it up.
But it also means that he's not able to buy a second tier right now and TP back to lane.
That's true.
You want to keep it rolling, because now he's going to be out on the map for whoever knows how long. And then he'll have the tier later. So he's actually just adding time on his 3-item power spike here. The longer he stays out and doesn't have the gold. So kind of wish it'd come in a little bit earlier.
I don't know if something like that is a statistic that has too much RNG to it, but if you could ever kind of zone in and figure out when that longest purchase time is, be like, I should actually spend it. We're between 18 and 22 minutes. I won't go back anytime soon. Super interesting, right?
If you were like, what's the average completion time of my Muramana transformation?
Yeah, but there's always so much RNG. You can be fighting early and have 8 kills and do it at 9 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, not 9 minutes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and you see Korean Danny was trying to recall there, potentially go for a back, but they're keeping pressure on him. They want to focus the bottom side. They have teleports, and they have the ultimate again from Stumpy. Minsu caught, though.
Oh, just because you have the black shield on doesn't mean you need to go in. Minsu draws one back. It's going to be a tanky Dean. He feels fine to do this. Bucksack taking the the aggression from the turret. Nicely done. Possible call of the horn. Forge God goes in, he gets a good knock up, that's onto Bucksack. They can finish that kill. Evan RL, the flash forward. Oh, Soul Shackle broken as they don't want to initiate. They said, we're fine with this kill. We're fine with the pressure, and that's what you need to see them doing, taking a little bit at a time, and they solidify this.
Yeah, but look at the top side. It's also going to be a trade of turrets here. The GP, Stumpy with the Sterex and the Trinity Force does a lot of damage to these turrets as a split pusher. They're going to have to get 2 here
Keep going, yeah.
on the side of Illinois if they want to actually come out with an advantage here, other than just the kill.
So you got Voidoo's, not the best clears from Kog'Maw, and he has to stay back. But Julian says, I'll go forward. A 4v3 situation. Black Shield on Xeno gets himself the safety. Minsu says, I'll go down. I can help the team from passive as well, if he can use that. Julian gets a few more shots. Shift forward. There's the shield on Bates and Korean Danny for a few more hits, but the soldiers can seal the deal.
Stumpy.
Oh, Stumpy looking to say, do you want the trial by fire? He gets pushed back, flashes back over the few last hits. He doesn't seem to be able to connect the damage. He wants to so far. Minsu looking to run away. There is the passive as he gets the Bloblets. Noobs able to run away, and they do start to clean up on the kill. Stumpy having a bit of a hard time in this one, but he is able to mop up a few for Columbia College.
He thought that was one of those cool guys, don't look at explosions. Just, I'm going to pop the barrel, go with the blast cone. They almost let him reform there. It was very close. Thought he had a little more damage than he did, but still able to turn around the fight with the teleport and to get in on it after shoving that top side. So Stumpy actually performing quite well pretty much across the board, but Julian tried to kind of overplay that fight, I think. Same with Evan. And that's one of the first time we've seen them go for that. It was that and like the Drake fight in the previous game, or the first game, that we've seen that from Columbia College. So it's uncharacteristic, but the turnarounds are something that are pretty consistent for them.
See this one more time.
Yeah, Julian, he ends up using his ultimate point blank, and it's read again by Noob.
Oh,
boom.
hit.
Spell shield. Yeah, Evan RL hit by the binding, can't do anything about it. Minsu makes Dean and Julian get stunned together, and then Evan RL gets hit by the sweep and another binding. Noob played that fight so well.
Change your name.
Two bindings, and then the black shield to prevent Julian from actually getting a really good knockup or point blank ultimate.
And back to live on the Rift. Let's see the vision being cleared out here. University of Illinois getting themselves into position, take control of the map. Mid could go down soon. You can see really where the damage is coming from. Stumpy focused in the beginning of the map.
Oh,
3-1 and 3 now, doing 2,400 plus damage in these fights. Everybody's getting caught a little farther out than I feel like they'd like to. 10% HP being taken off here, there, not starting fights with full HP, really being a detriment here to these turrets going down, and it will again with this. Julian has to ult out. The pressure is there for University of Illinois.
yeah, and Evan RL, he had to kind of back up a whole bunch and not contribute to this. And is that one of the Pugma Chromas? I think it is. I think he's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen Pugma in so long.
Like
Now the Chromas. Okay, anyway.
A little bit of a fight, Bucksack. Oh my word, Minsu's in. He gets a huge abduction back, but is there any follow-up damage? It looks good, but do they have the targets they need? It's kind of the wall that Columbia College is able to fight over. What an Emperor's Divide, but he puts himself too deep. The follow-up pressure is almost lacking one after the other. There's great initiations, but they just have to follow each other a little closer.
And that, I think, is the straw that breaks the camel's back. That is a 5-for-1. That is an ace for Columbia College, and I assume that's the Baron here, is they're going to go straight towards that. There's no TP except for Korean Danny, who's up in 15 seconds. But I think they have the damage here.
We will see. Slowly going down. You can actually see Baron like, I'm healing a little bit too. Down to 6,000 HP now. Nobody on their heels. This is going to be uncontested. They fought well for it. One more second. Evans up. Nice job.
Nice block there.
Yeah, good idea to block.
Allow everybody's recalls to go through.
We'll see this one more time. They start heading down. You can see there's no vision as well. So Columbia College is kind of coming in, seeing a little bit.
Watch Julian. Julian zones 2 people here, preventing Xeno from getting into the fight. So even though 3 people get pulled in, they all just basically get to focus down the University of Illinois members. And now Xeno gets to get into the fight. He was zoned by Julian for most of that. And if he were there to combo off with a Zac, push them away, keep his team alive for longer, and contribute damage, then it would have been a very different fight.
And it feels so weird as an Azir to be separated from a fight like that, because when you Emperor's Divide in, you haven't had your soldiers set up in the right spot. Like, you want to keep them up all the time. So it becomes even more unfortunate, and Julian is just getting in the mind of Xeno right now to stop him from doing that. Completely close scores from that mid lane as well. 3-3, 3-3, 3 and 4. There's been separation between these two from game to game, and they're really trying to put their best foot forward here this time.
Yeah, and this was the counter pick again for Julian. They had selected the red side for Columbia College
Right.
to try and get that counter. Then they got the counter pick pretty much the top lane, the mid lane, and then also I believe the bottom lane here too, where they picked that Kog'Maw after they knew that it was already Ezreal plus Morgana.
Yeah, phase 2 first pick, Kog'Maw.
They got pretty much what they wanted across the lanes. Now Evan RL in a position to carry with the magic damage. Stumpy definitely able to carry with the physical damage right now. So far, we're seeing why that GP was his #2 most picked champion. And I assume that GP during the regular season was banned a lot more than Gnar was.
Yeah.
So it's kind of play
Very
GP
true.
when you can get your hands on it type situation.
Top lane push from Evan RL. He's got a beautiful wall of defense that is his team in the middle of the jungle. You get this close to the base, you can go very quickly from lane to lane by using your enemy's path.
Now, Julian, they have the Baron buff on Columbia College. They have the Banner of Command. There's the Banner of Command minion. Columbia College, 25.5 minutes in. They're looking at 8,000 gold lead. They want to go to the finals. They want to make this a clean 3. Yo, and Minsu, engage.
Pull the trigger. Can he get the abduction in? The ult goes off, but he goes down, and the team is being chased out of the fight. Turret is down. Xeno looks to fall shortly after, but shuffles to safety. There is the hit as Xeno does fall, and they have lost Minsu. The base is open for Columbia College, and they're looking to make the final touches on this. 26 minutes into the game. They continue to repeat the fastest game times here at the College Championship, and they are opening up the inhibitor 16-7 with an over 10,000 gold lead. It is going to be Topopotamus doing what he can with Korean Danny to stop it. The first Nexus turret in the eyes of Columbia College here in our first semifinal of the day. Topopotamus with the crowd control. The knockup means there's no damage coming through, but as soon as Columbia College hits the ground, they are back to firing for the victory. The last Nexus turret goes down. Columbia College in 3-0 fashion will get their shot at College Champion.
3-0 for Columbia College. They say we should have ended first in the Northern Conference. They righted the wrongs. They took down the team that took down